welcome back to my channel. If you guys would like to see how I created this makeup look and just got ready for the day, stay tuned, keep on watching. And I also wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who has recently subscribed. Welcome. I will talk a little bit more about it, but I literally had like the worst week ever last week, and honestly YouTube has made me really happy throughout like my bad week, because I would go on YouTube and I would see people commenting and I had new subscribers and people would reach out to me asking for help with their interview process. So that made me happy helping others, even though I was going through like a really bad week. I will tell you guys more about it, but yeah, stay tuned and see how I created this makeup look. Alright guys, so to get started, I already moisturize my face. As soon as I get out of the shower, I always moisturize. Especially being a flight attendant, you have to make sure you have a really good moisturizer, and I love this. Also because I have really dry skin, so yeah, get yourself some moisturizer. And next I'm going to prime my face. I'm not going to talk too much about all the products that I'm using. They will all be listed down below. But yeah, this is just kind of a chit chat, get ready with me. I love watching these types of videos, so I wanted to make one, and I'm currently getting ready to head to Chicago. I'm currently in Miami. I really hope my camera stays put. I have it in a really crazy angle right now. But the first question I'm going to answer, so this person, K Doll, said, awesome, I want to become a flight attendant, but where do I start? Do I have to attend like a flight attendant school? I've gotten this question a lot, like whether you should attend a flight attendant school or not. I honestly didn't even know that there was flight attendant schools until I started reading more about it on like Facebook, on like these different flight attendant Facebook groups. Which, if you want to become a flight attendant, you should definitely join these groups on Facebook, because they have a ton of information. By the way, my foundation is a little bit darker than me, but I make it work. So yeah, I didn't attend a flight attendant school. I just applied, went through the whole application process, and the company that I work for sent me to training for 6 weeks. And I would say not to go to a flight attendant school, just because you're paying money for that, and it's not like you're guaranteed a job. I'm sure it helps tremendously, but honestly, by watching YouTube videos, by reading up on like different flight attendant Facebook groups, by doing your research, you should be fine. I wouldn't say spend, you know, all this extra money, because I heard that they're really expensive. I wouldn't spend the money on a flight attendant school when the company is going to train you on everything that you need to know. You don't need to have prior experience, so that's that. Another question that I got asked on one of my videos was, what bases did I like get to choose from, and why did I choose New York? So as I keep saying, I'm going to make an update on like me living in New York. I'll tell you guys a little bit in this video, but honestly, like the past week, like last week was like the worst week of my life. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but literally so much happened at one time, all at once, that I literally like almost had a panic attack. It was crazy. So also talking about that, I want to make like a story time series on my channel. One, because I love watching storytime videos, and so much has happened last week that I literally could write a book. Like, it's crazy. So stay tuned for my storytime videos, and trust me, they will be worth it. But just to give you guys a little, wow, this is so, on camera this looks really dark, but I promise the final look won't be so bad. But yeah, like I was saying, I want to make storytime videos, and just to give you guys a little preview on kind of one of the things that went wrong in my last week was I got a missed trip. So if you guys want to know how I got a missed trip and why I got a missed trip and why last week was so crazy for me, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I will tell you guys all about it. But anyways, I'm just losing track of what I'm talking about. The bases that we were offered were New York, LaGuardia to be specific, Miami, Chicago, Boston, DC, and Dallas, and I think LA? No, San Fran. But with the company that I work for, which obviously if you guys watch my videos, you know who I work for. If you went to training for the past, I think I was class 1807, so I was the 7th class. So if you went to training between like 1801 and 1814, I think, before you went to, or before you got your base options, you found out whether you were one side or the other side. So, and this is like really confusing, but because we're going through like a merge, there's different bases on different sides. So those were the base choice for my side that I was assigned to, if that makes sense. The other base options were Charlotte, Philly, Phoenix, and I think LA, and I feel like I'm missing another one, but I'll link all of the bases in the description box. But once we merge in October, we'll be able to go to we'll be able to transfer if we wanted to whichever base. Just right now, I can only, if I wanted to, I can put in a transfer for Dallas, Miami, LA, Chicago, Boston, or DC. And the second part to that question, why did I choose New York? Just to touch a little bit on that, I was living in Miami for a year before I started training, and going into training, throughout the whole training process, I was like, you know, I would really like, that would be my base choice. Miami would be my choice that I wanted to go to. But in hindsight, I also thought about New York, and I also thought about LA, even though I've never been to LA. I just wanted to experience LA and living there and whatnot. So it wasn't until like literally last minute, I was just talking to my friends in training, and I was like, you know, maybe I want to go to New York. Maybe I just really want to like experience something different. I've lived in Florida my whole life. I've already lived in Miami for a year. Like, why don't I just try something new, try something different, and if I don't like it, I can always transfer back. So literally last minute, I was just like, instead of Miami, I chose New York as my number one, and I ended up getting the New York as my base. And I don't know, I just also think that everything happens for a reason. So the fact that I'm based in New York, it's like meant to be or whatever, even though all these crazy things keeps happening to me while I've been living here, but I'm still here, I'm fine. I'm gonna do my eyebrows quick off camera, and then I'll be right back. By the way guys, this makeup look that I'm doing, it literally takes me like 15 minutes without like talking or whatever. It's so funny because in training, my roommate Taryn, she literally got ready and had her whole life together in like no more than 20 minutes. Like, she did not need an hour, she didn't need 45 minutes. You give her 20 minutes and she was ready to go. I normally don't take long either. I love makeup, but I love sleep more, so if I got an early sign-in, I'm just doing the bare minimum. Also, I know in my last video I said that I was going to non-rev somewhere, and I wanted you guys to comment down below my last video where you thought that I was non-revving to. So only one person got it right. I ended up not going, unfortunately. Like, I had the days off, I had 5 days off, and I was supposed to go to Hawaii. I went I went once before last year, and it was so fun. So I have family in New Jersey, and I have family in Hawaii. So my family in Jersey and family from Connecticut They were all going to Hawaii for like a week or two, and they told me months ago, and I was like, yeah, I'll definitely try to make it, like we'll see what happens, because I wasn't sure like how my schedule would go. But thankfully I had alignment, so I was able to like switch around my whole schedule for me to have those days off. And I ended up not going because I'm super broke and I just didn't want to go to Hawaii with no money. Like, yeah, I can fly there for free, but like I need spending money for food and stuff. So I ended up not going, and it really sucks. But the fact that I have the opportunity to go back again is nice. Another thing about living in New York is like financially it's been really hard, and that's why there's so many videos about like broke new hire flight attendant. Flight attendants are like super broke in the beginning, and no one really understands, because if you know how much we make per hour, it sounds like a lot, but it really isn't if you think about it. Like for me personally, I have to pay my car, my crash pad, my insurance, my phone, having to eat out every day. Like there's just a lot of expenses, and I'll talk more about this, but I've gotten like 3 paychecks for it so far, and they've all only been for 35 hours. But I just looked at my next pay stub, and I'm finally getting a full like paycheck of what I actually worked. So it gets better, and I'm a living proof of that. Another question that I got was, I was talking to a flight attendant with your airlines. She said if I didn't have another side job or an additional source of income, I could not make it on the salary. Could you perhaps do a vlog about this topic? Crash pads, I am sure you will explain, but why moving from one crash pad to another? Do you not even need an apartment, just sleep at the crash pad and work? So like I was saying, yeah, in the beginning you don't really make a lot, and there are a lot of flight attendants who have other jobs. Like there was a girl on my crash pad, she also worked at NYX, or NYX, the makeup store in the mall. And then I've heard of like a lot of other flight attendants who either they still serve, or maybe they bartend, or they like work at a hotel. They pretty much have another job that is super flexible with them, because when you're on reserve, I mean, I haven't done reserve yet. Next month will be my first reserve month, so I'll let you guys know how that goes. But I know on reserve you're on call, so it's not like you can let your other employer know, like, hey, these are the days that I can work. You can let them know your off days, but that's about it. I've thought about getting another job, but at the same time I knew that financially it'll get better, which it will get better. And you just have to budget your money as well. Also, being so broke has also like taught me how I can like make the money that I do have like last. Like before, when I was lifeguarding is what I used to work as in Tampa. I would say I was broke, but which I feel like a lot of people say that they're broke, but they like have money. They're just not used to having so little money. Me, when I say I'm broke, I'm actually like living paycheck to paycheck. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I want to be real with you guys, and I want to like share my experiences, and also I want to look back at this video and just kind of see how far I've grown. So yeah, it's tough at first financially, but honestly it'll get better. And everyone's situation is different. Like my situation, my highlighter, my favorite part, is going to be very different from, you know, someone else. If you're a mother of 3 kids and you live in, I don't know, Dallas, like your situation, your financial situation is going to be different than me, who is single with no kids, and I don't like have like, I just pay for my crash pad, I don't pay for like a mortgage or any of that stuff. So it just depends on your situation. You may be a student, you may be retired, it just all depends. So I'm just sharing my personal experience, so hopefully that will help. I'm also trying to hurry because I have to be downstairs in 20 minutes. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm in Miami currently, and I'm heading to Chicago. I have 2 legs today. I think it's Miami to Chicago and then Chicago to San Jose, and we lay over in San Jose, California for like 10 hours. It's really short, but putting on mascara is my favorite part. I hope I wasn't like too far away from you guys. I really like love feedback on my videos, and I love when you guys comment. I've also had a few people email me as well. If I never got back to like your email or your comment or your Instagram DM, like don't be afraid to just reach out to me again. I literally make these videos to help people, and I love when people reach out to me asking for help. I've also realized there's a lot of people who ask me about my Frontier face-to-face, and I've decided to link all of my like face-to-face interviews videos down below. I've linked my whole training experience as well. I vlog throughout training every week, so I have like 5 or 6 weeks worth of videos. So definitely check those out. Even if you're not applying or going to training for the airline that I'm going for, it's also like helpful. Yeah, I also would like to know what type of videos you guys would like to see. I know what videos I like to see. I love story times. I love get ready with me type of videos. I love vlogs. So that's kind of what I've been producing. But it's not all about me. I want to know what you guys want to see. I promise I'm coming out with a crash pad video. It's just been hard because when you're living with so many other people, I don't really like to film while other people are there, unless it's like Vandala, my friend from training, but yeah. So yeah, for my hair, I literally never do my hair. I am dying to cut my hair. My aunt that's in Jersey, she cuts hair. So I'm just waiting for her to get back from Hawaii so she can cut my hair. I want to cut it like up to here. And I've done it before, so I know it'll look nice. But yeah, usually I'll just like leave it down until I get on the plane. So that's what I'm going to do for now. I'm just going to like leave it down this, and I'll call it a day. I also put this in my hair. I got this from the Orlando Hair Show last year. Well, it says surface castor oil, so keep your skin hydrated, keep your hair hydrated as well. Alright, so I just put on my uniform. I'm about to put the infamous red lipstick. This lipstick I got from Walgreens, and it's super bright, so I normally don't wear red lipstick, but I'm feeling bold today. Alright, so that's all done. I really like this lipstick. It's matte, and it literally lasts all day. And now for the grand finale, the scarf. If you guys want to see how I wear my scarf, stay tuned. I tie the scarf very well, so check this out. Put it over my neck, pop my collar. You guys ready? Okay, watch closely. I have to like stand on my tippy toes. Alright, alright. And voila. This is how I tie my scarf every single freaking day, because I don't know how to tie this. I need to like watch tutorials on how to tie my scarf, because this is not cute, okay? So this is how I tie my scarf, and I just call it a day, because who has time to sit here and create a masterpiece? Alright, wow. So yeah, this is my finished look. Hope you guys like it. Natural. And honestly, I kind of did something like this for all of my face-to-face interviews. I wore red lipstick, mascara, natural makeup, and I also would wear like a really small thin wing eyeliner just to make my eyes pop. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys like this makeup look, if you know any videos on how I can improve my tie, whatever, scarf tying. Stay tuned for my crash pad video, my broke new hire video, my whole life update, story times. Just subscribe and hang out with me, and so you guys can see how crazy my life has been. And I will be back next time.